Acharji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji's. I had one small request, I'm sorry to bother you all, but I'm going to ask all of you to crowd up very, very close. We have to be very close to each other. Please come forward all the way, everyone. You can stay if you want, but everyone else has to come. Sorry to bother you, but it's required. So, in 1969 in London, one devotee, Guru Das, he went to the British Museum Library, the reference part of the library, and there he found some of the manuscripts of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And he also found this offering that A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada wrote glorifying the lotus feet of his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And ISKCON was only then 3 years old, and we were very, very young devotees. We knew very little about Krishna consciousness. But these words that were composed in English, they struck us to the core of our hearts. We thought how much our Guru Maharaj must have worshipped the lotus feet of his Guru Maharaj. So imagine only being 3 years old in Krishna consciousness. Maybe some of you can remember when you were only 3 years old in Krishna consciousness. And imagine there was no Sangha like there is now in the Holy Dham. But we had a glimpse into the inner life and prayer of our Guru Maharaj when he wrote these words to his spiritual master in 1936. Now we know that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur disappeared also in 1936. So now from 1969 to 2006, it's also 36 years. So ever since we got these words of Srila Prabhupada, it has been my habit to, wherever I was in the world, we gathered together, some group. Sometimes there's only been 2 of us, and sometimes we've had a big gathering like this, to try to enter into the meditation of these words of our beloved Guru Maharaj. And since we don't have copies of these words to hand out to all of you, I thought we could try to do it like this. That first I'll read a line, and then we'll repeat a line. So we'll say it out loud in English first. And then we'll close our eyes and we will try to sing it in the same way, responsively. So it may take a little time to do, but there's no loss because of the depth of the purport of these words. So we can all try to take a bath into the transcendental oral sound vibration of our spiritual master's pray at the lotus feet of his spiritual master, his divine grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. So please repeat after me. Adore ye all, the happy day, blessed than heaven, sweeter than May. When he appeared at Puri, the holy place, my Lord and Master, his divine grace. O my Master, the evangelic angel, give us thy light. Light up thy candle. Struggle for existence. A human race. The only hope. His divine grace. Misled we are. All going astray. Save us, O Lord. Our fervent pray. Wonder thy ways. To turn our face. Adore thy feet. Your divine grace. Forgotten Krishna. We fallen souls. Paying most heavy. All illusions toll. Darkness around. All untrace. The only hope. His divine grace. Message of service. Thou hast brought. A healthful life. As Chaitanya wrought. Unknown to all. It's full of grace. That's your gift. Your divine grace. Absolute insentient. Thou hast proved. Impersonal calamity. Thou hast moved. This gives us a life, anew and afresh. Worship thy feet, your divine grace. Had you not come, who would have told the message of Krishna, forceful and bold? That's your right. You have the mace. Save me a fallen, your divine grace. A line of service, as drawn by you, is pleasing and healthy, like the morning dew. The oldest of all, but in a new dress. Miracle done, your divine grace. Isn't that remarkably beautiful? Huh? Such depth and such poetry. So what I'd like to try for us to do is, I'll sing this little very simple melody, and if you play any instruments, if you could play not so fast, because we're going to repeat, so don't try to speed up so much. And I'll say a line, and then you'll say a line, and we'll do it so everyone can remember the words and we don't have any problem that way. So if everybody would like to, very softly clap, we'll go slowly. Adore ye all, adore ye all, the happy day, the happy day. Blessed in heaven, and sweeter than May, and sweeter than May. When he appeared at Puri, when he appeared at Puri, the holy place, my Lord and Master, His divine grace, angelic angel, please give us the light to light up thy candle. Struggle for existence, the human race, the only hope, your divine grace. Misled we are, all going astray. Oh, save us, oh Lord. Our fervent praise. Wander thy way, to turn thy face, adore thy feet, your divine grace. Forgotten Krishna, we've fallen so, paying most heavily all illusions told. There's darkness around, all untraced, and the only hope is your divine grace. Message of service, thou hast brought such a healthful life as Chaitanya, unknown to all. It's full of praise. Well, that's your gift. Your divine grace. Absolute is sentient. Thou hast proved impersonal calamity. Well, thou hast moved. This gives us a life, all new and all afresh. I worship thy feet, your divine grace. Had you not come, who would have told the message of Krishna? So forceful and so bold. Well, that's your right. You have the maze. Please save us a fallen. Your divine grace. The line of service as drawn by you is pleasing and healthy, like the morning dew. The oldest of all, but in a new dress. Oh, miracle done. Your divine grace. Adore you all. That happy day. More blessed than heaven. And sweeter than May. When he appeared at Puri, the holy place, my Lord and Master, His divine grace. Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, 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 Hare. Srila Prabhupada actually gave a lecture on this prayer. Did you know that? I think you might have read this. And he went by verse, and he explained how he composed it. And this part, sweeter than May, he said he had heard of May Day celebration in the West. And he was thinking how people in the West were celebrating this. And he was thinking how the lotus feet of his spiritual master was more beautiful than the May Day celebration. So he's explaining line after line. So I thank you very much for singing this with me, and maybe just so we can imprint this on our May. When he appeared at Puri, the holy place, my Lord and Master, His divine grace. O my Master, the evangelic angel, give us thy light. Light up thy candle. Struggle for existence, a human race, the only hope, His divine grace. Misled we are, a-going astray. Oh, save us, O Lord, that's our fervent pray. Wonder thy ways, to turn our face, adore thy feet, your divine grace. Forgotten Krishna, we fallen souls, paying most heavy, the illusion's tolls, darkness around, all on trace. The only hope is divine grace. Message of service. Thou hast brought a healthful life as Chaitanya wrought. Unknown to all, it's full of grace. That's your gift, your divine grace. Absolute is sentient. Thou hast proved. Impersonal calamity. Thou hast moved. This gives us a life, anew and afresh. Worship thy feet, your divine grace. Had you not come, who would have told the message of Krishna? So forceful and so bold. I wander thy way, to turn thy face. I adore your feet, your divine grace. The line of service, as drawn by you, is pleasing and healthy, like the morning dew. The oldest of all, but in a new dress. Miracle done, your divine grace. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Brahmanandi, Hari Hari Bo. May we play our obeisances to each other this evening at the lotus feet of our spiritual master, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and our Param Guru, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Vanshakal Padaro Vaisya Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
This is Mahaprasad from Giriraj. You can distribute.
Oh, thank you so much. One Brahmachari Prabhuji here. Glorious. Prabhu has brought some prasad for distribution. If you kindly come get some, or I can come to you if you'd like. Hey, thank you for such nice kirtan. You brought us all to the spiritual world. Jai Brahmachari Ji. How is our president this evening? How is Prabhu's fever is gone? We've been praying for him. In Radhakund, you please tell him all day we were meditating him and sending him sacred substances from Radhakund for his fever.